عن معالي جيهو عبد الله وزير البيئة والتغير المناخي لدى سيراليون تحدث لهالة بوعلوان عن المعاني التي يعكسها حضور الشباب والطلاب في الوفد وعن تطلع سيراليون إلى شركات جادة وفاعلة من الدول تجاه التحديات البيئية وتغير المناخ.
بمناسبة أهمية كوب 28 والوفود الدولية القادمة من جميع أنحاء العالم، بيسعدنا أن يكون معنا اليوم معالي جيهو عبد الله وزير البيئة والتغير المناخي لدى جمهورية سيراليون. Good morning, Your Excellency.
Good morning.
And welcome to Dubai. Is it your first visit?
It is my first visit. It's a pleasure to be here in Dubai. And good morning.
Good morning. Pleasure to have you. Your Excellency, what do you aspire or you intend as Sierra Leone from your participation in COP 28? What do you want to contribute towards?
COP, as you know, is a conference of parties, and Sierra Leone is one of the parties. So Sierra Leone would be contributing as part of the negotiations.
Yes.
Sierra Leone also has a pavilion at the Expo Center in the Blue Zone, and we'll be using that pavilion to showcase the success stories that we have in dealing with climate change, and also bringing awareness or raising awareness to some of the challenges that we face in dealing with climate change. The success stories are so people can see what can be done, and the challenges that people can understand that we still have a long ways to go, and we're looking for partnerships to help us to address those challenges.
Impressive, impressive. Your Excellency, as the Minister of Environment and Climate Change in Sierra Leone, what are the main projects which you are working on, which are in line with COP 28 aspirations?
So for climate change affects different countries in different ways.
Yes.
Sierra Leone is not a high emitter of greenhouse gases, but Sierra Leone finds itself to be one of the most vulnerable countries to climate change. For mitigation efforts, Sierra Leone has natural assets, vast natural assets, that can be used not just for our mitigation efforts, but for global mitigation efforts. Some of these natural assets are in good shape, and those are the ones that we'll be demonstrating as our success stories. But some of them are in varied states of degradation. And for those, what we're looking at is how we can get partnerships and investments to whether it's reforestation or afforestation, to develop these natural assets so that they can contribute not just to Sierra Leone's mitigation efforts, but also to global mitigation efforts. On the adaptation side, what we really need to do is transform systems. So we need to transform energy systems, we need to transform food systems. And we are coming here to COP to see how we can engage in partnerships and be part of initiatives that help Sierra Leone to transform our energy systems, to transform our food systems, so that Sierra Leone can be more resilient to climate change.
Impressive. Your Excellency, in addition to you, who's joining you as a delegation from Sierra Leone to COP 28?
So the delegation includes myself. We have the chairman for the Presidential Initiative on Climate Change, Renewable Energy, and Food Securities. We have the executive chairman of the EPA. We have the UNFCCC focal person. We also have private sector people, because a lot of these climate change problems, the solutions are going to be led by the private sector. And we have young people. We have youth, we have school children who are also here, because climate change it's a generational problem, and we need the next generation to be involved in the conversation. So those are the people that we have brought as part of the delegation.
And this is what sustainability is about. Your Excellency, sustainability, climate change, environmental protection is, as we said, is a global thing, and not every country can do it solo. So collaboration should be there. What's your hopes or aspiration at an international level as an outcome of COP 28?
The global stocktake, is the theme for COP 28. And the results that are coming out are clear that we're not on a trajectory to meet the emission goals that were set in Paris.
Yes.
So one of the things I'm hoping is, not just as Sierra but Sierra Leone is also a member of the African group of negotiators and the least developing countries. What we're hoping is that the commitments that are made or have been made in the past are taken more seriously, that there's follow through. Because we're running out of time, and we've been having these conferences every single year.
Yes.
Commitments are made, and then people go back and forget about these commitments.
Yes.
Now, for countries like Sierra Leone that are really vulnerable, that feel the brunt of climate change, we really are going to be pushing for tangible actions to be taken as and when we leave the negotiations.
Yes.
The second is that the loss and damage fund.
Yeah.
The negotiations are going to be about making them operational.
Yes.
The losses and damages vary. Some of them are happen slowly over time, and some of them are instantaneous. Many times the ones that are instantaneous are the ones that you capture on TV. So you see the flooding.
Yes.
You see the landslides. Those are easy to capture.
Yes.
But for countries like Sierra Leone, whilst we do see those losses, which are visual and can easily captured, we also see some losses which basically degrade people's livelihoods over time.
Yeah.
When you have the varying rainfall patterns, it affects our agriculture. In Sierra Leone, more than 50% of the population depends on agriculture.
Yes.
And as yields have declined over time, incomes have declined over time, and we've seen a rise in extreme poverty. So these are some of the issues that we're going to be discussing when we engage in the negotiations for operationalizing the loss and damage fund, to make sure that it's clear what is defined as a loss and damage. And we also want to make sure that the process for accessing these funds is streamlined, and that vulnerable countries that feel the brunt of climate change, are part of the governance structure.
Yeah.
Because those that feel it,
exactly, and live it.
And they live it, exactly.
Exactly. Your Excellency, if I want to zoom in line with what you're saying, as complementing to what you were explaining, specifically for Sierra Leone, are you looking for specific partnerships out of COP28 in order to complement what you're looking for, solve any challenges, probably enhance what you're already working on, but develop it in a better manner?
Yeah, so we're looking for partnerships that enhance what we're already doing. And we're looking at partnerships, three major partnerships that we're looking at, in addition to others.
Yes.
One is for transformation of our food systems.
Yes.
So Sierra Leone is going to be one of the co-chairs of the Alliance of Champions for Food System Transformation, which is going to be launched here at COP28. The second will be the Accelerated Partnership for Renewables in Africa, which would help us to transform our energy systems.
Yeah.
Because energy is going to be very critical, like renewable energy is going to be critical for us to adapt to climate change.
Yes.
And then the third partnership that we're looking at is the Mangrove Alliance for Climate, which the UAE is one of the nations that has spearheaded that alliance. We're looking at that because we think one of Sierra Leone's biggest contributions in mitigating climate change is leveraging our natural assets.
Yes.
We have vast mangroves all across the west coast of Sierra Leone.
Yes.
And we're looking to leverage those natural assets as part of our mitigation efforts, but also as part of global mitigation efforts.
Yes.
We're looking to leverage the partnership not only to protect the existing mangroves, but to engage in restoration efforts in areas where these mangroves have been degraded over the years.
Yeah, impressive, and wishing you all the luck with these initiatives, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, as concluding or wrapping up our interview, we are celebrating our 52nd Union Day here in the UAE. What's your message for the people living in the UAE or the UAE nationals?
Well, I wish the people of UAE the best. I wish them peace, prosperity. And I hope the partnerships, the friendship between the UAE continues to be strengthened.
Yes.
UAE and Sierra have had friendship and a partnership for years now, and at multiple levels, different ministries.
Yes.
I'm hoping that as we become part of the Mangrove Alliance for Climate, that friendship will not just be the health or education or the areas that we have been cooperating, but also the ministries of environment of the UAE and Sierra Leone will start cooperating closer. So I wish all of you in the UAE a happy National Day.
And on behalf of the UAE people, we wish you the same, and all the people in Sierra Your Excellency Jiwo Abdullahi, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.